Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today I am going to be doing my February TBR. We're going to go straight into this because I'm taking part in 2 readathons in the month of February. I'm taking part in Polarthon, which is the first week in Feb, and I'm taking part in Contemporaryathon, which is the second week in Feb. So there are lots of things happening in February. On top of those 2 readathons, I have a shitload of buddy reads. Like, that is not even a joke. There are way too many on this TBR, but obviously I keep committing, keep forgetting, and then I get reminded, I write a list and it's just gotten silly. However, I am going to be doing them, so let's tell you about the books to start off with. So for Polarthon, it runs from the 3rd to the 9th of February. It's being hosted by Jade from JD Ray Reads, and there is a little diagram here where you just follow it up to get to Polar Fantasy at the top. The path that I've chosen to take is retelling, intimidating read, icy cover, snowy setting, and then Polar Fantasy. So these are the books that I have decided to read. For a retelling, I am going for The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson. Jade did say that not all your books had to be polar fantasies, but this is a fantasy. It's not necessarily polar, but I don't think it is anyway. But yeah, it's a fantasy, it's a retelling, it's a Baba Yaga retelling, I believe, and I've got really high hopes for this because in the month of January I read The Girl Who Speaks Bear and I've really loved it, so I'm really excited about this one. Also, extra points to me, like literally my points, because it's a middle grade and I wanted to read more middle grade this year, so there's that. Intimidating book, I am going for Misery by Stephen King. Now this has snow on it, so in theory, like, it's polar. It's not a fantasy by any means, but it's polar. This is intimidating, not in size. It's intimidating because of the hype surrounding the book. I genuinely believe that this is going to be my favourite Stephen King book of all time. Because of that hype I've built up in my head, I am intimidated by this book. I'm scared to read it. I'm worried it's not going to live up to its expectations, or I'm worried it's going to and it's going to blow my mind and never want to pick another Stephen King book up again. So, mixed feelings about this. I'm excited, but I'm nervous, I'm intimidated, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. Everything's fine. Icy cover, I am picking up Beartown by Frederick Bateman. This has ice on the cover. It's not a fantasy, but it's polar again, so there is even like a bear here, which makes a lot of sense because, you know, Beartown. I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be like a hard-hitting contemporary, but obviously it's set pretty much on the ice in this small town. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm a bit nervous, but I've heard good things, so I am looking forward to it. And then for snowy setting, I have decided to pick up Hunted by Megan Spooner. This is another retelling. This is a Beauty Beast retelling, but it is a snowy setting, the snow on the cover. This is actually a polar fantasy, so one tick for me. I am looking forward to this. I've heard really great things. I'm going to listen to it on audio, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Also, thank you to Suzanne for gifting me this. Super hyped for this one. And then for the polar fantasy, I'm going to be reading Middle Grade Monthly's buddy read, which is Never Tell. I'll show a picture here. I don't own it. I'm going to be listening to it on script. Very excited for this one. I'm really happy that I've been able to combine Middle Grade Monthly's book with this readathon. I think they've done it on purpose, Jade and Gav, so that's really exciting and I cannot wait to pick this one up. I'm really looking forward to it. Don't really know what it's about, but I'm looking forward to it anyway. So for the week between the 10th and the 16th, it is Contemporaryathon. There are several hosts for this, but the person that I've heard this from is Chelsea from Chelsea Dolly Reads. So I am looking forward to this. I'm not sure who the other hosts are, unfortunately, but I'll link Chelsea down below and you can find everyone else's from there, I think, unless I can find them all, and then I'll link them all down below. But yeah, there are seven prompts for this one, so I have a book for all of them because I'm an overachiever and, you know, it's got to stop. So for green on the cover, I'm going for The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I nearly got that so confused with The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle then. Why have they done that? I am really looking forward to this one. I've heard fantastic things. I'm going to be listening to it on audio. I do not own the book, so picture here, but I'm really excited about it. Heard amazing things about the audio. I don't know if it's that there's a cast or something, but I've heard really good things and I cannot wait. Very excited about that one. For new to author, I'm going for The Holdout by Graham Moore. Haven't read anything by Graham Moore before. This doesn't come out till the 20th of Feb and I'm really looking forward to it. I believe this is like a courtroom type of book. I don't know if it's a thriller or something, or a mystery, I'm not sure, but I'm really looking forward to it. For diverse, I am picking up Frankly in Love by David Yoon. I am really excited about this one. I've heard really good things. In fact, I've heard mixed things. I've heard really mixed things actually, and I know that Hayley from Hayley and Bookland really hyped this. It was one of her anticipated reads of 2019 and she ended up DNFing it, so that is not looking good for me, but it was already on my shelves when she did that, so it's about time I picked it up. I made my decision on what I feel about this book. So after saying that, I know Jesse from Jesse the Reader, he loved it, so I don't know, I could go either way with this one. We're gonna see, but yeah, really excited about that one. For backlist, I am going to be picking Contemporary Book Club's Book of the Month book pick. I don't really need to figure out how to say that. That's just because Contemporary Book Club is such a long way of saying it. Our pick for February, I'll be picking this one, which is My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Kinsella. This has been on my shelves for the longest time. It's one of my oldest books, I'm not even joking. So really excited to pick this one up. We are focusing in February on backlists, so we have picked backlist book. Sorry if that angle's changed, my memory card became full. So yeah, for backlist book, I will be picking up My Not So Perfect Life, which, if you did not know, is my Contemporary Book Club's pick for February. If you want to get involved, I'll link the Twitter down below. There's also a Discord channel, just DM me if you want to get involved in that. Then for a dark or hard-hitting book, I am picking up Break the Fall by Jennifer Lacopelli. This is again coming out 20th of Feb, I think. So I'll double check that and I'll leave the date down here. Unless it's right, I'll just leave it, but if it's wrong, I'll leave the date down here. It's either the 5th of March or the 20th of Feb, but I think it's 20th of Feb. I'm really looking forward to this one. This is following a young girl. I think she's 12 years old and she wants to be in the Olympics. I think she's a gymnast. However, her body is like really rejecting it, so she really keeps pushing, but her body's struggling, and something happens and I think she's unable to continue or something. I'm not sure what the full ins and outs of it are, but I think it's going to be really hard hitting, and I am really looking forward to it. I don't know if this is a debut novel from Jennifer, but I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks to NetGalley for letting me have this one, and also for The Holdout as well. These are both NetGalley books. I am trying to get my shit together with NetGalley. An illustrated cover, I'm going for I Heart Hollywood by Lindsay Kelk. I am continuing with my reread of these books now that they have all come out. This is the second in the I Heart series. The first one is I Heart New York, which I've read in January. Obviously giving it 5 stars for about the 5th time. So yeah, looking forward to continuing with this series. I'm not going to get into it because you all should know by now. If you've been here long enough, you all should know by now what that series is about. Beloved by a member of the book community, I'm going to be reading Third Degree with Siobhan. I'll be buddy reading this. It's by James Patterson and it is the 3rd in the Women's Murder Club series. No shit, Sherlock. I'll show a picture of it here. I don't own it yet, I need to get it. But yeah, I am planning on reading that one. So far we are loving this series. I am just about to finish off Second Chance, so we're flying through at this point. And then my other reads for the month of February. So continuing with the buddy reads with Siobhan, we will be moving on to 4th of July by James Patterson, which obviously we'll move on to once we've finished Third Degree. Yeah, Third Degree. Titles of these really confuse me sometimes. So 4th of July by James Patterson with Siobhan when we finished Third Degree. Then also with Siobhan, I'll be buddy reading Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I want to start this series. We're both on the fence about how we're going to feel about this. We both really want to love it, obviously, but we're both concerned that it's just going to be too hyped and we're not going to be too sure how we feel about it. I have the whole of this series, and then obviously I have Six of Crows and Cookie Kingdom. as well. So if I end up not liking this, I will carry on still with Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, but I wanted to read this series first, ideally, before I jump into them, because I believe that there is a bit of crossover with the worlds and things like that, so it's good to get a background into the worlds with this one. So it's another buddy read with Siobhan, another buddy read with Siobhan. Honestly, these are getting really silly now. We keep nailing them, but they're getting silly. Will be Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. I read Skyward in January. I actually read it in 2018 for the first time. I've reread it in January. Siobhan's read it for the first time. We buddy read it. I recommended her the audiobook and she freaking loved it. She doesn't read sci-fi. The only sci-fi she's ever read was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and she said that Skyward has like surpassed that, so yay me. But yeah, I was supposed to be reading Starsight in Jan and I've just not had the chance to pick it up, so I've decided to save it and we'll read it together in February. Really excited. I can't wait, to be honest. It's been amazing being back with Spencer and Embot and even Doomslug, to be fair. Like, he is the cutest thing. I don't think I really picked up on it like the first time round, but I really loved it this second time round. Obsessed. Then I am buddy reading Rose Madder by Stephen King with Bobby and Gav. So again, I'll leave link to the channels down below for those two. I'm super hyped for this. Bobby has hyped this up for Cody and Gav a lot. And then I've like second hand been hyped up for this by Cody. So she sort of explained what this was about on her channel and I was like, holy shit, that sounds amazing, I need to get it. And then I let Bobby know that I had it and she was like, right, okay, you and Gav need to buddy read this with Cody. Unfortunately, this ended up on Cody's TBR in January before she found out like we were going to buddy read it all together. So Bobby's going to buddy read it with me and Gav in Feb, unless Cody's not a chance to get to this in January and she saves it for February, which would be awesome. I should have messaged her about this previously, but I haven't, unfortunately. So I'm looking forward to this one. It sounds really good. I think this has got something to do with a wife who wakes up, realises that her husband is going to kill her. She takes flight with his credit card and chaos ensues from there, I assume. Looking forward to this one, actually. Really looking forward to it. So 2 Stephen Kings on my February TBR. I'm sort of nailing this Stephen King business. It's great. Another buddy read is Mistborn. I am buddy reading this with my friend Tanya. Again, I'll leave a link to her Twitter down below. But yeah, buddy reading Mistborn, book 1 with Tanya. I'm so scared for this book. Look at the size of it. I am frightened to death. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm hyped for it. Cody and G have both got me super hyped for this, so, but I'm just nervous. I'm intimidated. Fantasy. I don't really know what else to say about it, to be honest. I know nothing about it, to be perfectly honest. Then I will be buddy reading Stars Above with Anna. This is by Marissa Meyer. It is another shortish novella, I believe, that sort of follows it. Well, actually, it gives you the background stories to some of the characters from the Lunar Chronicles. So I'm very excited because I'm currently making my way through winter for the end of the month, and we have smashed the Lunar Chronicles this month. I have been loving it. I am obsessed, so I'm really excited to read Stars Above. I've just loved the series. It's been amazing. Then I am buddy reading The Kree Curse by Tom Fletcher with my friend Suzanne from Book Marvel, who gifted me this book, so thank you very much, Suzanne. I adore it. I'm super excited. She's gifted it me so that we can buddy read it. The Kree Curse made a sneak peek appearance in the Christmasaurus and the Winter Witch, so I'm really excited about this one. I put this straight on my wish list once I'd read the Christmasaurus and the Winter Witch in December, and Suzanne's been kind enough to gift me this, so I'm very excited. It's got illustrations. It is another middle grade. I've been trying to get the audio for it from my library because the audiobooks for these are fantastic, but it's been a struggle, so I might have to physically read it, which is fine. And then the last read, let me just double check. Yeah, the last read that is a kind of buddy read but kind of not. Oh no, it isn't. This isn't the last one. This is a book club read. So this is for Kayla from Books and Lala's new book club, the Literally Dead book club, and I will be reading The Other People by CJ Tudor. This is the book that she's picked, so I'm really excited about it. Got it for a bargain in Tesco the other day. Got it for $6.50, which is awesome for a hardback. So looking forward to this one. I'm trying to read more thrillers in 2020, so this will sort of help me out. And then the final book club book of the month, not my final book on my TBR, but my final book club book of the month is The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. This is for Myth Take, which is hosted by Ashley, and unfortunately I don't know the other host's name. I am really sorry, that's so rude, but I'll link them both down below. So I'm looking forward to this. I wasn't going to take part in another book club, but once I realised that this was what they would be reading, I am really hyped to this book, so it's a perfect opportunity for me to pick it up. Did try and fit it in somewhere on one of my TBRs for my readathons, but I just couldn't do it. Couldn't fit it in on retelling because I really wanted to get to The House with Chicken Legs, which is unfortunate, and obviously it doesn't have an icy cover or a snowy setting or anything, so we're just going to be picking up separately. That's fine, everything is fine. So the last couple of books that I have on here, two of them again are from NetGalley, so those are If I Never Met You by Vahira McFarlane. I'm really excited about this one. The first book that I ever picked up from Vahira McFarlane was Don't You Forget About Me, which was on NetGalley last year, and I really loved it. Her writing style is so similar to Lindsay Kelk's, and it turns out they're actually really good friends, so I'm very excited to pick this one up. I'm really excited about it. I think If I Never Met You, it's come out on Kindle now. It came out in January, but it comes out in book format in March, I think. And then Only Mostly Devastated, which is a middle grade, and I've heard a lot of hype about this one. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to pick this one up. I think this one comes out on the 5th of March, so I'm looking forward to picking this one up. A couple of other physical arcs that I have, I've got Monstrous Devices by Damien Love. I am really excited about this one. Thank you to One World Publications and Rock the Boat for sending me this. They've also sent me a finished copy as well, but I will read the arc because, you know, it's more flexible, but the finished copy looks beautiful on my shelves and I'm just loving it. Thank you so much for sending me both the arc and the finished copy. I really appreciate it. This comes out on the 5th of March, so keep your eyes open. I am hyped for this one. Very excited indeed. Another middle grade. And then I will also be picking up Wicked As You Wish by Rin Chupeco. This came in the Fairy Loot box in December, and this comes out in March. I'm not sure what day. Does it tell me? The 3rd of March this comes out on. So yeah, excited about this one. I believe that this is like a modern day fantasy, so I'm really excited for it. Cannot wait. It says an unforgettable alternative history fairy tale series from the author of the Bone Witch trilogy about found family, modern day magic, and finding the place you belong. I'm hyped. Very excited indeed. Not very long. Well, it's not too long anyway. She says 360 pages. And then finally, the final book on my TBR is a graphic novel. I need to fit one in somewhere. I am running very low on graphic novels at the moment, so I'm using them sparsely, but I need them to break my reading up sometimes, and I wish I had more. Unfortunately I haven't, but this is a new one that I've got recently second hand, and it is The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill, and I'm really excited about it because I've heard amazing things. I cannot wait to pick this up. Oh, I'm just so excited. Look how pretty it is. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait. So I have a lot of mixes of arcs and backlist books and new books on here. We've got Polarthon and Contemporaryathon, and I'm just really excited about my TBR for February, in all honesty. Very excited indeed. So yeah, lots of books to be reading in February. I'm going to be very busy. Please let me know if you're reading any of these books in the month of Feb, or you've already read them. Let's chat in the comments down below, but don't spoil me, obviously. Please let me know if I have agreed to a buddy read in the month of Feb, but I've completely freaking forgotten. And also, please let me know if I'd agreed to a buddy read in March, because I need to write that down. I have been useless at the moment not writing these down, and then I completely forget, and it's like last minute, and I've end up with a million books on my TBR like I have now. So let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you've seen any of my previous videos and you want to buddy read any of those with me, I've got my A to Z of contemporary books for the year of 2020, and also my 52 books around the year for 2020. Let me know if you want to buddy read any of those, and we'll sort something out. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope I get through these books, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.